Hey, what's up all of my YouTube friends? Today we're having another custom model segment. This custom model segment is going to feature some new things I've created and some I put on YouTube community post. Alright, let's get started guys. So these lines of cars are being brought around the bend. So let me start off with the first two here. So this is Paint Licorice, Chester's brother. He's my original character, but the YouTuber TammyTake2009 created him before me, but I'm glad he did. So he made a custom that I was planning to make Licorice, so he basically had like a head start on me. So I still thank him so much for making Paint Licorice, Chester's brother, who will later appear in my stories. The bros love each other. That's what brothers do in their families. So now these two are officially siblings. Alright, now on to the second pair. So these two trucks, you did see them in my series a couple times. Although, you may have seen this one more, but this one is one that has just returned. So this is my original character, Angus. So yeah, he's officially back now. He was gone for a little while, but now I bought an extra rickety off of eBay, and now I painted it into Angus. He's back now. So yeah, he's gray with black lines on him. And then the white rocks, which are ballast, which were made from rickety, have been painted black to make the coal. So yeah, Angus is back, and now he's back in the gang with Giggler, his friend. So yeah, I officially have these two back together, and they're a pair in case I never told you. But yeah, they like to hang out with each other because they consider themselves as good buddies, just like Andrew and Ethan. And speaking of Andrew and Ethan, here they are. So I've had Andrew more than Ethan, but now I finally got Ethan. I bought an extra quarry car off eBay by itself, without the cargo car and Peter Sam. So yeah, now I have the two best friends back together. Yep, I have Andrew and Ethan, the two members of Scaredy's gang. So yeah, Ethan's back. And also, I may put his name on the bottom, I just don't know when. But yeah, Ethan's back. Alright, speaking of best friends, here are Dakota and Reese. So Reese is finally here. So yeah, you may be thinking, where did I get his chassis from? Well, his chassis came from Horde Hookie, because I plan to get a new Horde Hookie again. Because the breakdown crane chassis I had, well, the crane arm more like, the crane arm was like too loose. It wasn't screwed on properly, to say the least. So it kept going down very fast with the weight of the hook, or more like the hook magnet, I should say. So I'm gonna get a new Horde Hookie model with a stronger crane arm, so that way it doesn't get pulled down easily. But yeah, I have Reese here now, so he's back. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to waste white paint on writing names, so I decided to write Reese's name in yellow, since it's based on the color he is. So yeah, I wrote his name in yellow because of the way his colors are. So yeah, I pretty much based the name in colors off of the colors that the trucks are painted into. So yeah, his name is written in yellow, just like him. And speaking of that, I did the same to Angus. Since he's gray, I wrote his name in gray. See, that's kind of cool. That's nothing that has ever been done. Oh, and speaking of Paint Licorice, I put his name in silver, since he's painted silver. So that's those guys. Let me couple them up. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the trucks over here before I move on to whatever's over here. Alright, so this truck here, this is a truck that has been a new truck character, basically, but he's not going to have a name, but yeah, so this truck was made from a Demolition Team 2-pack truck, or a BMQ troublesome truck, and he may notice this looks like Ralph's face, That's because this is a gray truck with gray slate. So yeah, he's a gray truck that carries slates, basically. He's based off of this custom truck I saw from the user Andrew Liago, I think that's what his name is. Yeah, this truck is based on that truck. But his face kind of looks different compared to Ralph's, because he's looking up while Ralph is looking straight ahead. But yeah, this truck is based on Ralph's face, but he's different. So basically, he carries gray slate, but yeah, he carries gray slate instead of blue slate, basically. And yeah, he's made from a BMQ truck, like I said. But yeah, you may be wondering, where's the face for this truck? Well, I'll show you. The face is right here. I'm using it as a spare face for a new truck I may make. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna mention something right now. So, you may be wondering, where did I get Paint Licorice's model from? Well, his model was made from Fang, the tar tanker. So yeah, I pretty much took Fang out, but he'll be returning soon. So yeah, I made Fang into Paint Licorice, but don't worry. Fang still has his faces, and he will be returning soon. Yeah. Anyways, back to this truck. So yeah, he's made from BMQ truck. He's painted gray with black lines on him. Painted the slate gray and based him off of this truck that maybe made a cameo. Well, it wasn't really a cameo, but he was like teasing Nicholas with some of his truck friends. Nicholas was taking a train somewhere. They basically just teased him about Ghost when they were talking about Alfred. But yeah, this truck was behind Nicholas. It was the first truck, and he was carrying gray slates, basically. So yeah, and like I said, this truck is not gonna have a name yet, although he might. I'm thinking of this one name. It was a name used from the YouTuber Optimus Prime 2471, or may have the numbers mixed up, but it's okay. But yeah, the name he gave this truck, but it was an empty truck, who had the same face and no cargo, but the truck's name was Keith. I'm probably gonna name this truck Keith, or probably name it to a different noseless truck, I don't know. Yeah, there's this truck that's based off of that truck from The Vengeance of Alfred. Now on to Scaredy and Slimy, the two new parents. So yeah, I've changed Scaredy's oil words to a logo instead, and I gave him the face of brown hair, or on top of him. I told Tammy T 2009 I didn't have plans for this, but I then changed my mind. I told him I had plans to make Scaredy's oil logo, but I told him I didn't have the decision to make Scaredy's face with hair, but then I changed my mind on that and I decided to do it. Same for Slimy. Yeah, I told him about Slimy, but yeah, Scaredy and Slimy have both been changed. Now here's Slimy. And there we go on that. Alright guys, now it's on to some new trucks. So this first one is a character who has appeared long ago, and his name is, you guessed it, Ha Ha. So yeah, Ha Ha is one of the salt vans from the gang, and right now the Superstation villains have been sent away, well, the engines. The trucks are going to be used as normal trucks, like trucks that will transport goods around Sodor, now, since they don't have the power to move on their own anymore. But yeah, here's Ha Ha. I printed his face out, and if you're wondering where the chassis came from, it came from my custom of Theo, because I plan to put Theo's adventure model probably on a wooden railway chassis. If I don't succeed on that, I'll think of something else to do. But yeah, there's Ha Ha. So he's now one of the newbies in my collection. Let me see if I can get them all to stay on the hill. Let me just, yeah, that holds, hopefully. Anyways, here is Mother Gruesome, Freedom's mother. So I basically took off the printed outsides I had on her and painted them on instead. This is kind of like Tammy T 2009's idea, But the only thing he missed was these little hand things to hold on to on the brake van. Yeah, that was one thing he missed. Maybe he can add that or just keep Mother Gruesome the way she is. But I really think he did a good job on making Mother Gruesome from this normal brake van. So this is based on his idea of how to make Mother Gruesome. But yeah, I basically like his idea, and I took it for him. So thank you, Timothy2009, for inspiring me to do the same idea you did. So if he's watching this, he could probably add the silver handrails on Mother Gruesome, or he doesn't have to. It's okay how he does it. Yeah, there's Mother Gruesome upgraded. Now here is a new character. So this is a small tanker who faces backwards, just like my original character Blacker here. Let me uncouple that. So yeah, here is Blacker and this tanker. Although this tanker looks a little taller than Blacker, but it's okay, really. So yeah, this tanker looks exactly like him. Yeah, it looks like him. And she has Kaya's face and the oil logo, like I said, even though you guys can't really see it. But yeah, so I'll explain about where the chassis came from in a minute. Now these two are also Superstation villains who got punished, as in like they're both being used as normal wagons. But these are the two silly vans. They're mainly supposed to be Ertl silly vans put on Winneberry chassis, but since those are hard to find, I decided to just make their bodies out of Legos and put paper around them and tape the paper on. This is the same idea from Timothy2009, but he used tenders and didn't take the chassis off the tenders. But I still think he did a good job on making the silly vans all the same. Now on to what I was going to say. So let me uncouple Blacker there for a minute. So yeah, these chassis came from my three original characters, Lily, Gabby, and Denise. So you may be wondering, why did I do that? Because I have an idea. My idea for Gabby is that I'm going to buy 3 gold trucks, or 4 maybe, and turn one into Gabby, and the other 2 into Selena's mother, Morgan, and Selena herself. And then for the models of Lily and Denise, I'm going to get WR plank trucks. The same for Piper, my OC. I'll show you things I've, fixed since the previous time you saw the things that are stuck up on my shelf up there. But yeah, that's my idea, guys. So they will get overhauls, and Gabby will actually look like a original truck. So yeah, she will have a complete overhaul before she starts appearing in the Truck Heroes and stuff like that. And basically, their faces were taken off their models, and their models are right here. I'm going to turn these into coal bins, so that way engines can fill up on coal at different stations. So yeah, that's my plan. And this is a custom that I've completed for a little while now. So this is Danny, the slate truck, who you may remember seeing in a few episodes. He basically made cameos. He never talked, I think. And I showed him to you in my face collection video of my original characters plus Poppy Paxton's characters, and he's one of his characters. So in case you're wondering, where's Danielle? Well, I don't have another Mattel cargo car to make her, but once I do get that Mattel cargo car, I'll make his sister, his twin sister, and then we'll have them both back together. But I have Danny completed first. So yeah, there's Danny. Now on to these 5 engines. So this first one is an engine that appeared in a couple stories, like particularly the Freight Work and the episode where I made on Halloween. So this is a tank engine named 10. He doesn't have an official name. I decided to name him 10. And again, his name, his number more like, is put underneath him, but it's in the same color as him. And if you're wondering, where's this model come from? In case it's not obvious, it's Timothy's model. Because I'm actually going to get another Thomas model and, do light painting. Because for one thing, this Timothy model, in case you remember a few months ago, this was originally painted dark gray. So yeah, it was painted, deep gray. And then later I was repainting it silver, but then I decided, you know what, why don't I just like make another, like Thomas's #1's version of Timothy or probably the Paxton's. So I just painted it light gray, or just gray, dark gray I should say. So he's dark gray now. And then his name is 10, like I said, but his number is written in brown instead of red or yellow. That's something I knew I wanted to try. I mean, I know there's a couple engines who don't have yellow numbers or red numbers. Anyways, he's got the face of 107, or some of Thomas's brothers from the LBSCR Railway. Hey? Basically, and he still has the tail lamp and the red lining on the back. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make Zero, the Blue Mountain Quarry truck, as well as Timothy and the Negatives together. Yeah, there's my original character named 10. Now, here's my other original character, or another one, I should say. This is a tank engine named 9. So yeah, she has a number for her name too, but she's a female. You remember seeing her in a few custom model segments ago? So yeah, she's black with gold lining. She doesn't have any lining on the top of her yet. Although, in an episode I'm going to make, she'll probably have the lining added to her. Anyway, she has the face of Timothy. Well, Timothy's old face with added eyelashes, as you can clearly see. Yeah, her face has been modified. So this is Timothy's old face. And yeah, she was made out of the model I used for 089. I think, or it was probably Roger. I'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, she's made out of 089's old model, I think. And yeah. And her number is written in blue. And then the red linings, the red side of her, it's metallic red if you can see clearly. Like the sides of her and her buffers in front and the back are, yeah, that's that color. Now here is a character I made back in December. This is my original character called Layla, but she's had some modifications. And I know what role she's going to play, or maybe not. But she's not going to play in Freedom's place. I have a different character planned for that. But anyways, Layla is a purple tank engine. Or a different shade of purple, I should say. She's not exactly purple, but she is purple. Anyways, she has the number 211. Her lining is pale blue. And her smoke box has been painted in pink. And so is the sides of her. Her buffers are black instead of hazard stripes. And then she has the lining on the back and her tail lamp. And yeah, she's got blue lines. You know what, guys? I'm actually going to stop here for a minute, and I'll film the next video in just a few minutes or so. But I'm going to upload it on a different day. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute, guys.